What is going on?
Hello YouTube, we are back, your favorite YouTubers.
Bo Levin here.
Kendall Levin.
Here. Just kidding.
And we own Feels Like Home Construction.
Yeah, so today, we've getting a lot of questions over the past year we're actually about to land, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of questions of like, how did you see the vision? Like, how do you know what to put there? And we really didn't have any experience in a 3-story multifamily thing, and so that's why I think a lot of people were kind of curious of how we did that and how we came across it.
Backstory, if you're new here and this is your first video watching or you don't know much about our channel yet, we are building a multifamily 3-story apartment complex in Canyon, Texas.
Before we get started though, make sure with the amazing YouTube algorithm, you go ahead and like this video and subscribe in the corner. We'd greatly appreciate it. But let's go ahead and show you some drone footage of this apartment complex. Kind of our backstory is, back in the day, we started flipping houses. We went out, there's another video for that one, how we got started flipping houses, but that's what we were doing, going out flipping houses. We were also doing real estate, had a food business, so we really didn't know construction was gonna be our full-time gig to go after.
Right, yep. And then after we got into construction, we started doing a lot of custom remodels for clients, and that's kind of what got us into thinking we want to build our future and build wealth from passive income. So how can we get started in the multifamily game?
Yeah. We knew that we didn't want to do work for somebody else forever. We knew that we didn't want to go out and do those things. The whole end goal of starting this construction business, we knew that we wanted to own commercial real estate. We didn't know if it was multifamily, storefronts. We just knew that we wanted to get big and we wanted to own those kind of things where money was working for us. Our goal was never to go and build houses for other people or do remodels for other people. It just got us where it was making us enough money to move into something else.
Yeah, and it gave us a lot of great experience. Bo and I, whenever we first started the construction business, we did all of the work ourselves. So we know how to do everything now. Some days it wasn't fun for sure, but it got us a lot of experience, and now we know how to do it all. So when we are doing these bigger projects, we can check our guys' work and make sure everything is, good, and we got that experience that way.
Yeah, and we didn't start with anything. So, we started from zero. My granddad actually gave us his Astro van, and that was his donation, and he got his help kicked off. I actually drove that for a year and a half when we started our construction business. We had her car. We didn't have a loan. We didn't have any money, and we literally just got our jobs, and we'd go out and get tools once we got our first check from our job. I mean, it's not like we were handed money to get our business going and to move into that.
A lot of people have been asking, how did you see the vision for in a multifamily deal like this? Or, why did you guys ever want to build apartments or own apartments? And I think that it has come from many years over doing the construction business, like Bo said, and it didn't come just overnight. We didn't just wake up and say, let's do it. And we found this lot. It was a lot of time. We searched for lots, multiple days. We would drive around and look for lots. And it kind of just happened pretty fast and easy the way that it fell into place, the lot that we found and the architects we worked with and things like that.
Yeah, and a lot of this comes down to a lot of research too. So I mean, like I said, whenever you don't know something, you go out there and you research it and make sure you know what it entails and what you need to be done. So I mean, because we saw this lot, everybody else saw it as a trash lot with just asphalt all over it and concrete. No one really saw it as, hey, this thing's zoned as, or RC2, which we can build pretty much whatever we want there. And we just figured, hey, look, we're gonna pay this for this lot right here, and it's as small as it is. We need to make sure we can draw something out. So late at night, literally I would get on the computer and we would sit there and we'd look for land over and over again. Then we started calling the city the next day and finding out from the zoning, the planning and development, what we can build here. Can we build this? Can we do 3-story? Number of parking spaces, because you got to be able to fit your parking lot. I mean, there was just like research after research that we would go and do to make sure we were covered on all aspects before we went out and paid for that piece of land. And like your sewer, your utilities, those are a lot of things that you have to double check. We got hit with a floodplain. There's obviously none of that, but with TxDOT, they require this, so we had to go and pay for a flood survey. It would end up costing us like $4,000, you know what I mean? So like, I know on a big project, $4,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot of money whenever you are adding it in, whenever you have survey work and all these different things that go into play. And so you just gotta make sure you are covered on little things like that. And make sure you can fit the thing. So we wanted to make sure we had a set number. We wanted to cash flow this much per month before we go out and we build this.
Right, like how many units can we fit on this? And we'll put some before pictures of the lot that we bought. Looking at it, it was a great location, but you would never think that we would have been able to fit anything on it. I mean, it looks tiny, and then we started doing dirt work, and it looks bigger than in what it is. But
yeah, it's less than an acre. And first of all, it's funny because most people look at it and there's only one building on it right now because we just had to do 2 phases. So the first phase is the first building and the parking lot. Well, we actually have another building coming into play that we're gonna start right after it. So we actually have 2 buildings, 24 units on this 0.9 acre lot.
Right.
And everybody else thought it was dumb. We had bankers laugh at us, thought it was a joke. Our banker now is absolutely phenomenal, and we appreciate him believing in the vision and pursuing these dreams with us, because it wouldn't be possible with him and our other partners as well.
Right, and at some points during the process and the journey when we were buying the land and then doing all the surveys and trying to set the plans, people told us that there's no way that you can fit that there, and it really did fall into place, everything and every part of our team. We have great architects, we have great banker now, like it all flowed once, it happened the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, and it wasn't easy. I mean, like I said, that when it comes to this vision, you gotta be determined, you gotta go out there and you gotta get what you want. And that was the thing, as we went to bank after bank after bank, and they kept telling us, no, or we don't see it. That's not possible. Oh, y'all, I don't see y'all put up a commercial development or a commercial building before. And that's the thing is, like, we have we had the capability, we had the skill set. You just have to find somebody else that believes in you enough to be able to see you put that skill set to use. And I think that's a lot of times is that people, they don't see it for themselves and they'll take it out on you a lot and not want you to accomplish your dreams. So that's why you have to go out and you have to find somebody else that will support those and keep pursuing and finding out the right info and all the stuff that you need for it.
Right, and a lot of people do ask us the question of, if I was to get into doing multifamily or projects like this, like how do I get started? And I would say find your skill set, like Bo said, and ours was the construction part, and then find great partners or whatever you have to do to make those dreams become a reality, because in the end, it really is worth it.
It really is. Yeah, that's the best thing. I mean, now that this building's almost done and we're about to start the next building right next to it, we have a future development lined up too. That's on 6 acres. We're gonna have a ton of townhomes there. Very, very modern looking, very cool.
Yeah, they're gonna be unique.
I mean, it definitely does. The people that have the vision, if you have a vision out there and you have the skill set, I promise you there's someone out there that will believe in you and want to follow your dream, and it'll also make them money, but also it'll let you accomplish yours too. And that's what we love about these apartments, is just, you gotta believe and you gotta be able to make sure you know your stuff before you just go out there and start buying land, because don't do that.
Right, and you don't even have to build if you don't want. We debated on that for a long time. Should we just buy some apartment complexes that are up for sale, and if they need remodeled, they're already there, we can do some work on them. And I think the big thing for us was we got such a great deal on the land that we found, and building it for our skill set, because we are the builders and we will own them. Just being able to do that really helped us out in the long run. So
and like Kendall was saying, if you aren't a developer, you're not a builder. I mean, going out there and buying something that's already built, that's great. Just make sure you know everything of, like, is the city gonna make you put a fire suppression in? I mean, fire alarms. I mean, you're just gonna make sure all those things before you go out and you pull that trigger to buy it. Just do your research and don't act like you know everything, because that's one thing that we don't do. We don't act like we know everything, and we keep learning all the time, and then the success will just follow. We're really excited that you're along with this journey. We have so many more cool videos coming up, And then, you know, also we want to teach you about how to do your development and how to go talk to the bank and, you know, all those different things to help you grow along your journey, whether you're doing a new development, whether you're just wanting to learn. You know, we're here to teach you guys.
Right. So I think the main point of this is that our vision came from lots of years of really wanting it and researching and just dreaming about it all the time. And so that's how our dream became a reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people keep on dreaming, and thanks for watching.